The difference in this business and why I think it can be fun, and the reason why I think a lot of people come in and when they walk through and they get it, it's a much different. They receive it differently, right? Because we're not super staunch on it, and I think the reason behind it is this is not how we survive. We don't have to run this business as like a machine. We literally get to run it as a recreation. And so, yes, it is a business, and yes, it has to run like a business and operate like a business to make money to make it work. But there's not that perceived pressure that everything in here has got to be nickeled and dimed down to the last piece, and people can breathe a little bit. If there's one piece of feedback that I've gotten, and I've done some tours, I was doing tours before we got you, and like every now and then someone walks in and I get on the golf cart and drive them around. I'm like, now listen, I can't tell you a dang thing about the wedding or the decor or like what things are. I can tell you all about this property. I can tell you everything, every detail about every building out here and everything about it, and like
I know you were saying. I was like, I don't even know where that is on the property. Like,
but
he's like in the back. I'm like, okay, I hadn't even been back there.
But like the like when we get to the end, everyone like they ask these weird questions. They're like, so what about this? And we're like, yeah, you could kind of do whatever you want with that. And they're like, really? And they're like, what if we want to use this? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of included. And so I think the approach was, hey, we have this incredible place with a lot of incredible opportunities and a lot of spaces and different things we can accommodate. And we don't have the pressure of everything's business bolted down. Like it has to be a certain way and you have to do it this way and only this way. And this has to happen. Like we have the flexibility to do that. And I hope we never lose that. Because for us, if there was never another wedding booked out there, our family would enjoy that place forever. But the fact that we have it and we can do things like that, and the coolest part for me, just be I don't the weddings. I love how happy it makes y'all, right? And I love seeing the families get excited that they found a place that they can start their legacy. But the coolest thing for me is like the church reaching out. We've had two churches, our own church, and then another huge upstate church reach out and say, hey, could we do this here? And like being able to just say yes and to see it be used for something like that, for me, the most rewarding thing in the world. It is absolutely the most rewarding thing in the world to have something that other people can use to benefit themselves with and go and just do incredible stuff like serving people and creating opportunities to do ministry. And like if we did nothing else, I'm like, this was worth every piece of sweat and money that I've put into it just to make those moments happen. But the details of it is this: it's 100 plus acres, right? You got two monster venues. Either one of them in themselves are like legit wedding venues that you could find at other places, right?
Right.
But they're really big and they're really intentional, right? We have like a dedicated spot for all the things that go into a wedding. It's not like we had a barn and we were like, hey, let's try to do a wedding here. It was built with intention.
Right.
To where you could have multiple weddings on the same day at the same time. They wouldn't even know each other were there. And then we also have lodging on site, right? The previous family lived there, that like they have family members that live in these houses. We don't need all those houses for that. So we've converted some of the spaces over to where, we've got this big guest house that people can stay in. We've got the honeymoon cabin over here that people can stay at. And just it's just a different vibe. Like when people come on there, they don't feel the pressure of it's just a business transaction.
Right. Right.
It's like they've got a paintbrush and they can paint, and we're really loose with all the details.
And I think like in the wedding industry itself, I think a huge thing is that we're not trying to book every single person. And that's not to say we don't want to work with every single person, but when it comes to weddings, they're very emotional, and it's very much, there are several factors that will lead someone to book you, but one of them is budget, but then another one is the feel. And so we want to book people who are our perfect match. And I think that a lot of people in just business in general, they want every single client, every single booking. And I think that what stood out to me with your perspective on it is that you already were past that. You were like, I want people to come in here and book it because they love it and this is their perfect match. Because that's a huge hurdle. Like, especially in this industry, that's a huge hurdle. So I think that that's very appealing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's just from getting my clock cleaned years and years and years of doing business. Is like we are not here for everyone, and everyone is not here for us, and that's okay.
Mhm.
We want to find the people we match with. There's 52 weekends in a year, and there's 5,200 weddings happening. Like we've got we can afford to find the people that they love this place, and like I'll tell
Mhm.
them that. Like I did a tour last weekend with a family, and we walked through, got to the end, and I kind of went over some of the packages that you've put together, and told them that, and I said,
Mhm.
look, here's the thing, like w- we're not going. I'm not going to pursue this. Like you can reach out to us. Here's what it looks like to get started. But like I want you'll know when you find it. And if you didn't find it today, no big deal, right? Like I don't care. And again, it goes back to the fact that like we don't have to run it
Mhm.
like a machine. We can run it with legacy intentions, and so we get to make very clear decisions on what we're doing out there and why we're doing it this way, and we'll find the right people. So